Hello.
I want to apologize for looking like I just crawled out of Oscar the Grouch's trash can this morning. I haven't really done my hair today, or makeup, or anything else. So,
I haven't brushed my hair since yesterday morning.
but it is Easter, so happy Easter. Happy birthday, Hitler.
Yeah, and happy 420 for you stoners out there.
We don't judge. We got you guys.
Okay. So we're just gonna make a video about things that annoy us. It's not really a rant, but it's just
we're kind of gonna
stupid things.
Yeah, we're kind of just gonna rant about kind of like a bunch of different topics. So, I mean, there are a lot of them.
Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is girls and their attention problems.
Girls, let's face it, we need attention. Boys do too. They're really needy, even though they don't think they are. But girls, we need attention. But the way we get it sometimes really annoys me.
Like when you post pictures on Facebook and you say, oh, this is so ugly. Why do you do that? Why would you post it if you thought it was ugly? Why would you post it if you didn't want people to see it?
Yeah, and when you say you're fat all the time, oh my god, I just ate a salad, I am so fat. Or you weigh 2 pounds and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm obese. It's what? And there are people who really have problems with their weight, but I don't like when girls say they're fat, but they don't do anything about it. If you really have a problem with it, put on your shoes, go on a walk, or on a run. I can't run 2 feet. But I mean,
the cats are fighting, sorry.
But if you really have a problem with your weight, girls, go on a run. Go on a diet. Don't starve yourself. No, don't do that.
That is not an option.
That's an actual disease, and it's messed up for people to, make fun of it and, say they do it and then don't. I know this girl who, told this guy she starved herself, and it's I just saw her eat, 10 minutes ago. And just, that's so messed up. He'll really have that disease, and it's really sad for people to say stuff like that. It's hard to have that. Okay. And next we want to talk about boys, because boys, oh my gosh.
Well, I think mostly girls have a problem with boys. Boys don't go around talking about how mad they are at their guy friends.
I know, it's they're pretty upfront about it. They'll be I hate you, and then 2 seconds later, they either are best friends,
or
it's
they just completely hate each other and ignore each other.
Yeah. What I hate is when guys are on Facebook, though, and they start yelling at each other. Or they're they get mad at each other. And they're okay, well, I'll bring all my homies. And it's no, if you have a problem with that guy, you solve it with that guy. Don't bring your friends into this and try to beat him up. You beat him up yourself.
Or, take videos of their friends fighting.
What? What are you doing? I don't know, some things boys do. And how they act, when they're, super sweet to you, and then they're, with you and you're with their friends, and they, say all this provocative stuff. And it's I know guys do that.
Yeah.
But don't act like you don't when you're with them. Most of my friends are guys, because girls just don't like me for some reason. Not all of them. I have a lot of close girlfriends, but I guys are just so much more chill and laid back, and I like it. So
don't get us wrong. Boys are great most of the time.
There are some times where it's just what
are you doing?
Or when they post, they're oh, I just had sex with 3 girls. It's wow, that's great. Some girls definitely gonna want to marry you.
And then another thing I want to talk about is double standards. Girls, guys, they post Facebook statuses about how they're, having sex, and then if a girl posted that, they'd be called a slut and stuff.
That's true. Yeah. Something I was gonna say, was it? It was... I totally forgot. I lost my train of thought, but it was about boys.
Anyway.
Hold on, I got this. The double standard thing, that's so true. I've had so many guys who are oh my gosh, I just did all this. All the guys yeah, it's so great. And, oh, what I was thinking, guys, who wants to marry someone that's had sex with 30 boys? No one. So why would you go and you'd have sex meaningless, or just meaningless intimate things with any girl? I mean, you wouldn't want to marry someone like that. Let's face it. I mean, you all can be oh yeah, I totally want to marry someone like that. But you don't. You don't want to spend your life with someone like that. You want to spend your life with someone who has things figured out, who knows things. And I know teenagers, most of you aren't really thinking about the future, but think about that next time. It's this is going to be someone's wife someday.
And this is going to be someone that you are gonna have feelings for, because face it, sex does like send out hormones that send feelings
Yeah,
to
and
your
for girls,
feeling sensors.
there are girls, and it's like, it does mean stuff to us sometimes. So don't just lead us on like that. I mean, that will be someone's wife someday, and you will be someone's husband sometime. Hopefully.
Girls do this too, it's not just guys.
Yeah, I mean, that will be someone's husband. You don't want to have them look back and be like, I don't even remember that person's name. Like, you don't want that. You want to be able to be like, oh, well, we were in a relationship for a long time. I don't regret it, but I mean, you don't want to mess with someone like that.
Yeah.
It's messed up, and don't do it meaninglessly either. Have feelings for someone. I know there are a lot of people that are okay with that, but just, I don't know. I'm a virgin, and I am proud of it. I'm okay with it.
V-card owners.
I mean, I don't judge you if you have. I mean, that's your business.
Yeah.
But personally, I think it's like, you're always gonna remember that, probably. And when your husband asks you, because, let's face it, at some point they're probably gonna wonder, how many people have they been intimate with? And you're gonna be like, oh, 20. Guys don't look for that. So why, like, if guys don't want to be with someone like that, why would you do that to girls?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just messed up. I don't like it.
Another thing, okay, so next thing is, people who, like, pass the buck or, like, blame things. So, like, you know that your friends did that. Or, not your friends, but, you know someone did something. They're like, I didn't do that. And you're like, she did it. Or, like, my brother and sister, they're always saying about how, like, they lose something, like, oh, I didn't lose it, and then the other one's like, oh, I didn't lose it. Like, one of you have had to have lost it. So usually we just, like, say, well, you guys have to find it then. Yeah.
Okay, something I don't like is when people blame things on society. It's not society's fault. Let's face it, guys. We are society. We make this generation. I mean, we're gonna be the future of this generation. People who are graduating, I'm a freshman in high school, so, I mean, we are the future of this place. We gotta make it good. And how people are always like, when someone's like fat, they all think like, oh yeah, they eat a ton, they're all just lazy. No, some people actually have diseases, and that makes them like that. Or you know what? Maybe they're happy like that. Don't be mean to them. If they're happy, let them be happy. And if someone's skinny, don't call them anorexic.
Yeah.
They could eat a ton, and their metabolism might be fast. I know a lot of people like that. Don't judge people. It's rude. On the color of their skin, on their sexuality, on how they look. It's messed up. And don't blame society for it either. It's your thoughts and your words that you say that make people feel bad. It's not society that's making us like that.
And also, like, okay, people who are really religious, they like, oh, praise the Lord, they're the best people out there. They're not actually.
Well, some of them. There are some people that are like, okay,
really good people out there, but
there are a few, and it's like, they really believe wholeheartedly in the Bible. But it's like every time they look at you, and part of being Christian is forgiving people. But it's like when they look at you, all you see is them judging you.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell.
I've had family, and they judge you. They're like, oh, we won't tell anyone this. If you want me to keep it a secret, we will. And then they'll go spread rumors throughout the whole family. So the whole family knows something bad about you that you didn't want them to know.
You can feel the disapproval in their eyes when they look at you. And not all of them. I'm not saying, because there are some religious people who are really kind and really, like, spiritual and everything. And they're really nice people. But there are a few, and it's like, the whole point of the Bible is forgiveness and don't be judgmental. But they're some of the most judgmental people you know. And it sucks, because that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how God wanted it to be if you believe in God or whatever you believe in. I don't think they meant for it to be like this. And if you're an atheist, still, don't judge people.
Okay, also, just school.
Oh my gosh. So much about school. Okay, if you want good grades, don't go on and be like, oh, well, it's hard. No, if you really, really want them, you will try your hardest. And I think no matter what, you should try hard. Even if you think you don't get it, ask questions. And that's hard for me. I'm really, really bad at asking questions, because I stuck up and I'm stubborn. Not stuck up, stubborn. That's what I'm looking for. Not stuck up, I'm sorry. I'm really stubborn, so when it comes to like a problem that I don't know, I just think I'm gonna get it. Half the time I don't, so I just write down a random answer, which doesn't help me at all.
And then there are those teachers that just want to make your life a living hell. have several of those.
And they make you feel bad when you ask questions.
The thing I hate is PE, because I can get, like, straight A's in all of my other classes, and then in PE, it's because I'm not trying hard enough, because the teacher is a boy and they expect you to try harder because you're a girl.
My gym teacher, I think, is pretty laid back. I think I have an A in there. And
It's not mine.
gym's not exactly... I guess that if I didn't have an A in that class, it probably would be my fault. I don't try as hard as I probably should in gym. But there are a lot of classes where I do give it my all, and I still don't have, like, A's in that. So you know what? You might be trying your hardest.
I literally have all of my work in strength training. I have all of my work in, and I try my hardest, and I'm there for the whole class. Like, I never skip unless, I'm sick, but I make it up when I'm sick. And I still have an F because that teacher is sexist.
I think my worst grade right now is probably in Spanish. I don't get Spanish. My teacher is great in that class. It's not his fault at all. I just, personally, it's hard for me to learn new languages. I'm stubborn, and so it just makes it hard to learn things that I don't think I'm going to use. But I want to take 4 years of it, because it'll get me into a good college, and I really, I want to go to college, and for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to, because no one in my family has been able to. So grades mean everything to me, and I've needed help in it, and I've been trying to get some. I've asked some of my friends to help me, and I've stayed after, and I've learned a lot. I've actually gotten a lot better at it, and I've done a lot better in my quizzes lately. It works to ask people for help, and I know it's hard sometimes. Oh my gosh, I hate asking for help. It's awful to me.
English is my first language, and I'm doing better in Spanish than I am in English. I have 102% in Spanish, and I have like 73% in English.
Oh, my pottery class. I might be doing worse in pottery than Spanish. Believe that, guys. My art skills. I think no, bad. I've broken, I don't know how many things in there. I'm artist. I'm bad at it. And she's not a bad teacher. It's just she judges on how good it actually turns out. And I never turn out that well. Because I suck at art. I'm not good at it. I don't want to be an artist when I grow up. And so that just makes it even harder because I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't even remember signing up for it, but it's too late to change my classes now. But I think all in all, I think no matter what, you should always try hard in school. Even the classes you don't like or don't want to be in, that's gonna be on your transcript if you're in high school. So no matter what,
your GPA.
Yeah, it's gonna be there. Even if it's like just a stupid elective, it's gonna be on your transcript. College is gonna see that. Work is gonna see that. Everywhere you go, it's gonna be there. So
just try hard, you guys. And then there's the topic of feminism. And I'm not saying I'm an anti-feminist, but if you want equal rights as guys, you better be expecting everything to be equal. Like,
you mean as girls?
What?
You said as guys, right? You mean as girls because feminism is girls.
Yeah, but as girls, girls want to have all the rights as guys. Anyway, so if you get mad, or if guy gets mad at you, you better be expecting to take a punch if they're going to punch you, and not throw a fit.
You can't hit a girl. It's like, if you want the same rights,
yeah.
I don't think anyone should hit anyone, honestly.
There's that topic, but I'm just saying, you have to take the good with the bad.
It's not just gonna be like, oh, you get the same. I think girls should be able to vote in the first place, but I mean, girls can vote, they can, what else can they do now? They can work now. I mean, well, I guess we've been able to for a long time. But I mean, those are all good things, but there are bad things about being equal. Like, my gym class, a lot of girls, I shouldn't have to do push-ups like that. I'm a girl. It was people have been working so hard forever for girls to have the same equal as them. And it's they shouldn't say because you're a girl, everything should be easier, too.
Yeah.
It's hard work doing anything, whether you're a guy or a girl, and I think girls should work at it just like guys do.
Yeah, that's true.
And I guess technically there are probably some things that guys can do that girls can't.
And there are things that girls can do that guys can't. So, it goes both ways.
I think everyone should be equal.
So,
love everyone.
I hope this video wasn't a waste of your time, and I hope you just...
Sorry, I hope it didn't annoy you. I'm sorry.
Alright, well, we'll talk to you later because it's a great day. I'm just kidding.
If you
It's
want us
like-
to rant about anything else, just tell us because I like ranting.
Yeah.
I talk a lot, so I like talking. I love ranting.
Okay, well, thanks for listening, and peace out, Girl Scout. I didn't say that.
See you later, alligator.
Bye.